Hey, how is everyone today? Rach, you had a few questions for me last time you sent me a message, but I've got another cigar for you, and I'm hoping this will answer a few of your questions as well. What I've got here is Paradiso Papagayo XXL. Some of these Spanish names are hard to get my tongue around. I didn't really know much about this one. I was buying the Bavoda packs, and I thought, well, I'll just throw in a couple of cigars with it and get the order. And so I got this one, and then when I started to do a little bit of research, it becomes a very interesting cigar. But firstly, Rach, when you buy cigars, sometimes they come like this. Right. Now you can leave the plastic on and throw it in your humidor, or you can take it out of the plastic. Right, that's personal preference. If you look on the internet and you start talking to people about it, some say it's good, others say leave it in the plastic, others say take it out. But I think it comes down to personal preference. But one of the things about this cigar, which I think is interesting, because once again, made by a family that fled Cuba after the revolution, and it's a Nicaraguan cigar, And when it comes to buying cigars, I think the easiest thing to do is if you're looking in the shop and you see a cigar, or you look on their website and you go, right, they're selling this cigar, get onto Google and do a few searches around the name of the people that make it and things like that. And you'll find some fascinating information. Like with this one here, right? It's distributed by a company called Ashton Cigars. Right, now they're out of Philadelphia, right? But it's a Nicaraguan, 100% Nicaraguan, 100% natural. Right, now the cultivation time is 3 to 5 years, I think it is, and the fermentation time is another 1 to 3 years. It was created by San Cristobal. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that properly, and it was created. It was a company that was created by, I think they're related or they're really good friends or whatever it is. But anyway, there's an association between all these, most of which comes about when they fled Cuba after the revolution, which is why they're so tightly knitted together, all these families. So it was created by the Garcia family. Now, when you start looking into cigars, you realize that there's a guy called Josie Garcia, and he's a master blender at the My Father's distributors. Now, he got together with the Cristobal family and the Ashton family, and they created a couple of separate companies, which ended up by creating this cigar. So this cigar comes out of the same factory as the My Father's comes out of. And I think all this association where you've got people, family members and friends, and they've been working together for such a long period of time, and they all sort of help each other. And they always end up by doing business deals together. So when you're looking at one of these cigars, you're looking at a cigar that comes out of the same factory that make the My Father's cigars. Now this one was actually a bit more expensive than I normally pay. This was about 185 crowns or something like that. So that's about $30, Australian. So I got this one. So we're going to cut the tip off it, and I will start on this one. But so that's that. And you had a question around, you don't really know by looking at a cigar if it's 100% natural, and nothing on the label tells you. It's like nothing on the box tells you, right? So that's one of the things that if you're looking for a cigar where it's been grown and manufactured correctly, you've got to do your research. So you've got to take the cigar or take the name, look at it, and sort of go, right, anything I find out about this cigar is there's only a few ingredients. This one, like I said, total production time is somewhere in the vicinity of about 8 to 10 years. So 8 to 10 years to get this into the shop. And, and you've got a few families working together to make it happen. So that sort of stuff's all very interesting to me. I like looking into it, you know. And today I've got this cigar with my cup of coffee in the afternoon. You know, I was thinking about doing a recording yesterday, but we got busy chopping down trees and trying to burn them out because we're going to build a garage out the front of the house. Yeah, and so there we go. So nice. That's a bigger ring gauge that I keep going up in size, you know. But this one looked interesting to me, and you can see it's a much darker colour, the leaf on this one. When you look at it in the camera, it's a nice looking cigar. And so yeah, so I thought I'd give this one a go. I think I might have to try where I'm matching cigars up with different drinks, because I tend to drink beer, wine or coffee. It's because I make my own beer and I love coffee, so I drink a lot of coffee. So then it's beer, wine or coffee. But I think, and I do like whiskey, but I haven't been drinking much of that lately. But I think what I might have to do is start matching up, testing cigars out with some whiskey and see how that goes. But if I look at all on the internet, and especially with some of the research I've done around some of the cigar manufacturers, they actually, you know, some of them expect you to have whiskey or even rum, you know, with your cigar. Nice. That's nice. So there you go. That's the Paradiso Papagayo XXL, you know, and it's a nice smooth cigar. It smells really good, you know, it's got a nice flavour to it. So that's that. All right, so you guys look after yourself. I'm going to sit here and once again take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one. Like I said, if you've got any questions, just send me a text and I will answer them.